Hello, and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Karen and Karen's Library. Today's collection is a reflection of Josh from Palestine Action in Australia and what's upset Greta over in the UK.
Thank you, Nama. My name's Josh Lees from the Palestine Action Group here in Sydney. And like everyone else, the Palestine Action Group was, of course, absolutely shocked and horrified by the Bondi attack, which was a revolting act of anti-Semitism and violence which caused so much death and suffering. The people to blame for that attack are those killers who carried it out, who in turn apparently were inspired by the twisted ideology of ISIS. Now, anyone who knows anything about ISIS knows that they are completely opposed to the cause of Palestinian liberation and always have been, and of course that they would violently oppose our movement that we have built against that genocide in this country and all around the world, where we have seen millions of people march, as Nama just said, side by side from all different backgrounds and faiths, including thousands and thousands of members of the Jewish community standing together to oppose the racist violence being meted out to the people from Gaza, or people of Gaza. And we have always, and we reiterate, our complete opposition to all forms of racism, including, of course, anti-Semitism. And that is a message we have made repeatedly for the past 2 years and for many years before that. And that's why what we're seeing now, which is a concerted campaign being waged by some to try to link the horrific Bondi attack to the Palestine protest movement, is so ludicrous, it's so deliberately dishonest, and it is so outrageous. This campaign of lies is coming from many of those, including, of course, from Netanyahu himself, the wanted war criminal, who has spent more than 2 years either carrying out or supporting and justifying Israel's annihilation of Gaza and its genocide of the Palestinian people, which has seen hundreds of thousands of people massacred and starved. And now we see dishonest political actors trying to outrageously exploit the tragic events of Bondi to further their own political agenda and trying to silence the Palestine movement. Chris Minns knows very well that there is absolutely nothing linking these ISIS gunmen to the Palestine protest movement. He knows very well that there is absolutely nothing linking the spate of other high-profile anti-Semitic attacks which have targeted the Jewish community over the past 2 years. There is absolutely nothing linking any of those to the Palestine protest movement either. He knows this because his own New South Wales Police and the Australian Federal Police have said so very clearly about what actually motivated those attacks, who orchestrated them, and so on. And it is nothing at all to do with the Palestine protest movement. And yet he, Chris Minns, and unfortunately many in the media are just regurgitating these complete fabrications and distortions. And I want to say to the 300,000 people who marched over the Sydney Harbour Bridge, to the millions who have marched around the country, I think we need to say to them that you were right to march. You should be proud of the stance that you have taken to oppose the genocide in Gaza. And of course, and it's crazy that we even have to say this, of course, you are not to blame for the horrific anti-Semitic attack carried out by 2 ISIS-inspired gunmen at Bondi. And we are going to need to keep mobilising because, tragically, the genocide in Gaza does continue. Israel has killed 400 Palestinians since this so-called ceasefire was announced, and they continue to deny aid to the people of Gaza, along with everything else. And so for that reason, of course, we completely oppose Chris Minns' latest bout of knee-jerk anti-protest laws, which are seeking to exploit this tragedy to take away the democratic rights of everyone in New South Wales.
Take a look at this video. Listen. So there you go, folks. A tiny little kid. How old is she? Maybe, I think 10 tops. 10 tops. Maybe even younger than that. Maybe 7 or 8 years old, saying one solution, intifada revolution.
And here's a bit of footage from when they were going over the bridge from this show that replaced the project. At the start, her clothes were rather horrible, but they have gotten better.
Police had applied to stop the rally taking place.
You're in the way, you have to move.
But it was given a last-minute green light by the New South Wales Supreme Court.
We won't tolerate anyone that comes into the city, anyone, to commit any sort of offence.
Tens of thousands ignored the weather and marched.
Incredible. This shows the basic humanity of people around the world. They can see an atrocity and they want to stop it. And that's what we've been trying to say to our government for nearly 2 years. This has to stop. This is a sign that the people are with us. It's time that the politicians caught up.
The rally organiser is Josh Lees. The 43-year-old lives in Sydney's inner west. His Palestine Action Group has applied to protest in Sydney nearly every week for 2 years. While the protests have been polarising, support them or not, they've cost New South Wales taxpayers more than $5 million this year alone. Lee's critics have accused him of being a professional protester, and over the past 20 years, the list of causes is long, including rallies against the Iraq War, Black Lives Matter, climate change, COVID lockdown, and economic inequality. He's been charged with numerous offences, but they've all been dismissed.
Why the bridge? Why do we have to close it down today?
We haven't closed it down. We've opened it up for all these people to be able to march.
Temporarily
It's
closing
our
the traffic.
bridge. We've been able to open it up. You know how many more people are here today marching that would have driven across this bridge otherwise? We've opened this bridge for 100,000 plus people.
Now to the UK and why Palestine Action got in trouble and how disconnected Greta is from reality.
Activist Greta Thunberg has been released from custody after being arrested protesting in London. The Swedish activist was demonstrating in favour of the Palestine Action Group, which the UK government has controversially prescribed as a terrorist organisation. The 22-year-old was holding up a sign reading, "I support the Palestine Action prisoners. I oppose genocide." Police say she was detained for displaying support for a terror organisation.
So she's gone from protesting the war in Gaza to protesting these people getting arrested and put in prison.
Two activists from a pro-Palestinian group have broken into Britain's largest Air Force base in the country's south. The pair from Palestine Action posted footage online of them using scooters to move around the base in Oxfordshire. They sprayed red paint into the turbo engines of two Airbus Voyagers and damaged them with crowbars. They also sprayed more paint on the runway to symbolise Palestinian bloodshed. British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer says the incident is disgraceful.
A court has heard that a Palestine Action activist struck a police officer with a sledgehammer after a group allegedly broke into an Israel-based defence firm in Bristol. 6 people are on trial accused of breaking into the site in a prison van in August of last year. Well, our correspondent Sajid Chowdhury has more and joins me now. And video, Sajid, shown in court today.
Yeah, this video shows the dramatic scenes, a very chaotic scene when police attended that Elbit Systems UK site in August last year, as you say. And it is one of many videos that Thames Valley Police released today. And it shows activists in red boiler suits, some of them swinging sledgehammers. And this video, I've got to say, has been treated by Thames Valley Police. So those freezes and those arrows that you're seeing put in by them in order to identify the defendants. Sky News has muted the video because of all of the swearing in it. But if we didn't, you'd hear a lot of shouting and screaming and an alarm going off at that site. 6 people, as you say, are on trial, which prosecutors say was a meticulously organised attack on the site. All 6 deny charges of aggravated burglary, violent disorder, and criminal damage. Prosecutors say that these are all members of Palestine Action, and it is worth clarifying that these allegations, the ones in this case, came before Palestine Action was prescribed under terrorism laws in June. One of the 6 is Samuel Corner. He's further charged with causing grievous bodily harm. He denies striking 2 police officers with a sledgehammer. The officers gave evidence in court today. One of them said that he was scared as he was hit in the calf, and the other one says she felt a massive shock vibrating through her whole body, and that she described thinking that her spine had been shattered because she'd been hit in the back as she was kneeling down. The trial is very complex. It's set to last 10 weeks, and of course it is separate to the judicial review proceedings that are ongoing this week, which look into the prescription and the legality of that decision.
So the military base is what got them in there. hook because that's going into like sabotage and treason and stuff. And she's protesting them being in prison. And not just her that's got the shock and disconnect. Listen to these people. Half of those arrested were 60 or over.
That could be your grandma. Look at what you're doing to her. Look at what you're doing to her.
So yeah, Nick, we can carry and we'll go down that way, all right?
I've never been arrested before, so I'm quite nervous actually.
I'm not scared of being arrested. I won't lose a job over it, so I think it's important actually for the old people to actually get on their back and say something, because we are actually safer than the youngsters.
2 million people are starving and our government do nothing about it and are complicit in it. 600,000 march, they take no notice.
Yeah, I was nervous. I've never been arrested before. I've done a lot of peaceful protests before, but I haven't been arrested. It was quite a scary protest, but I felt like at some point we all have to draw a line. And for me today, that line was crossed and I needed to stand up for what I believe in.
Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
I want to cry at what they're doing to these people who are protesting. I've come from New Zealand and we haven't yet got a law like this, but I wouldn't be surprised if it comes. This is peaceful. They're not terrorists, for goodness sakes. Look at all the elderly people.
I'm pretty sure New Zealand already does have laws about breaking into military bases and vandalising them. It's a non-for-profit charity. Go find another one. Like, how thick do you have to be? And just to finish off, few words from Street Hawk.
Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free.
Shortly we will begin marching, and at the end of our march, we'll arrive at the location where supporters of Defend Our Juries will be carrying out a silent vigil in solidarity with the Palestinian people and to call out for the complicity of the UK government.
Hi, yeah. Yeah, I'm going straight to the protest in 10 minutes.
Right, what are you getting off?
Yeah, there's the Palestine Action, isn't there?
Where's that?
The other place. 1 o'clock, yeah. Yeah, so sort this off.
And that'll do. See you later. Bye.